From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Today is Monday. It's the 23rd of the month of January 2017, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
Wow. Well, we had some rain toward the end of the week. We had a little bit of rain over the Friday afternoon, Friday evening, sometime around this Saturday, over the weekend, Sunday, something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. Anyway, not everybody got rain, and some people got more than they wanted. So here we are. How you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. How was your weekend?
It was good.
Yeah, but the temperature will not go, our overnight lows average this time of year right around the freezing mark. And we've been anywhere but near the freezing mark overnight lows. And the daytime highs in the 60s, it's been very mild, very pleasant. All that is said so that you will not let your guard down. And I know I said one day last week, I said, and I have done some work on this. I've been looking and I've been reading about the far advanced forecast out there, and I did say that we may end up having a pretty mild winter, and I still feel we will, but you never know. It could wham at any time. It could change at any moment, so just be aware of that. Don't change your game plan. Let things go just as they're going. For instance, at the University of Mount Olive, University of Mount Olive is going to put on one of my favorite plays, and that is Arsenic and Old Lace. It is, I love this. I love the play. It's a great play, but the movie, I think of the movie, I go back. Cary Grant, the star of that particular movie, had some fantastic actors and players in it. But it's about these two little old ladies who are just as sweet as they can be, and they have this nephew who played by Cary Grant. And I won't give you the gist of it, but it's I guess they'd call this a dark comedy, because there's a little bit of taking of life involved by these two little old ladies. It's a hilarious play, and I do hope you're able to attend this. It's at the university. In fact, here's one thing that I love about the movie. They're slipping in. They slip in little things all the time and then they don't explain it. For instance, at one point, one scene shows Cary Grant running from one house back to his aunt's house. And on the way over, in the middle of the night, it's foggy and everything, he runs, there's a cemetery between the two houses. And he looks down at one of the gravestones, and the gravestone is the deceased name is Archie Leach, or Archibald Leach. Now, how many people know what Cary Grant's real name is? It happens to be Archibald Leach. So that's just one of the little funny things that you see in the movie that you just have to be aware of. But it's hilarious. It's just a hilarious movie, and I hope you're able to go see the play at Mount Olive, University of Mount Olive Theater, and La Belle Epoque, performing Joseph Kesselring's Arsenic and Old Lace. This will be February 10th and 12th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, at the Hazel Waters Carnegie Assembly Hall on Wooten Street in Mount Olive. Friday the 10th, Saturday the 11th, 7:30 curtain. 3 p.m. matinee on Sunday the 12th.
How much?
Oh,
What's
how
the
much?
cost?
Let's see what it cost.
It looks free.
Ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Yes. No tickets are required. All performances are free. Okay? Free and open to the public. No tickets required. But you'll have a good time. You will enjoy it. It's funny. I love it. How you doing? What else is? Well, it's Monday. Whee!
It's Monday.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, Monday the 23rd, and tomorrow is another day. What is tomorrow?
It will be the 24th.
24th is tomorrow. You might want to mark that on your calendar if there's a number missing or something. And today's Monday. It's the only Monday this week, so make the most of it. Praxis Film Festival coming up the 3rd and 4th in Goldsboro. That'll be at the Paramount Theater. These are indie films now, and many of the producers, writers, creators of these fine movies will be in Goldsboro from not only North Carolina, but California, London, Paris, Athens, Georgia, Rome, Georgia, Frankfort, Kentucky, and all around the world. All right, that'll be coming up. That's tickets are $25 for 2 days, $15 for 1 day, and $50 for all the films, and admission to the filmmaker reception. So the filmmakers will be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you're able to go to that. And this is several years. I think the 7th year they've been doing the Praxis Film Festival. Coming up, we've got more on Wayne Goldsboro Television. We'll be talking about what's going on at the Senior Center. We'll have our What's Special About Today. We'll have our trivia question and a whole bunch of stuff. It's Monday. Whee! Okay, we'll be back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today we welcome the Goldsboro Parks and Recreation Department, and we're here with Scott Barnard and Tyler Ham. Scott, how you doing?
Doing great. How you doing, Wayne?
Tyler, always good to see you, buddy.
Yes,
how
sir.
are you?
Glad to be here.
Appreciate you guys coming in. You are so busy all the time. You got so many things going on. We got a father-daughter dance coming up in a couple of weeks.
We do. Coming up on February 10th,
Right.
and this is coordinated by Tyler and his staff. This year, we're changing venues. We've been at the Herman Park Center for as many years as I can remember,
Right.
and we're going to move over to the newly renovated Goldsboro Event Center.
Right.
And tickets can be purchased at the Herman Park Center or W.A. Foster Recreation Center.
Okay.
They're only $10, correct?
Correct.
And the event will kick off around 6 p.m. and it'll continue until 8.
This is a very popular event. It's been going on for a few years now, and it just continues to grow. Last year was an extreme success.
We sell out, and then Tyler goes from being the hero of the community from putting it on to the GOAT, usually in that last
We had to
week
turn
or
away
two.
about 50 people.
Did you really?
Yes, sir. That was one of our main reasons for moving over to the Goldsboro Event Center, more space, and of course it's newly renovated, so that's always nice.
Exactly. Well, it's a beautiful facility.
It is.
It's a beautiful place.
Definitely something the city's very proud of.
I know, and should be. And the guy out there who's
Toby.
Toby,
Toby,
exactly. He's telling me the place is used every weekend now, or almost every day.
It's definitely been the success that the picture we painted. It's coming true, so that's been good.
And it's used for reunions. It's used for meetings. It's used for
Weddings.
Weddings, exactly.
Dances.
Yeah.
Birthday parties, awards events. You and I attended one
Yeah,
not too long
we sure
ago for the special populations community. It is. It's become a lot of things to a lot of people.
And with the father-daughter dance, you'll be able to get more people in there. You'll no longer be the scourge of the community.
Right. That's what we're looking forward to.
trying to up him a little bit.
Right, just trying to bring him up something.
Yep.
No longer the GOAT, huh?
Absolutely.
Tyler, I know you do a great job with this, and looking forward to a big turnout. So, any idea how many people you'll be able to get in there this time?
200. We have 200
That's
tickets
100
for sale.
couples then, right. Wow.
200, and we've got we'll have dancing, we'll have games. Chick-fil-A caters for us.
Oh, great.
They did it
Love
last year. Did
Chick-fil-A.
an excellent job, and we actually have princesses this year coming out. We have 4 different princesses.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not going to reveal who the princesses are. It's not because I don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because I want it to be a surprise when the young ladies get there.
Very good, sir. Very good. I'd lie and say I have no idea. But no, you're a good man, Tyler. That's excellent there. So we got 4 princesses.
Right, yes, sir.
That's wonderful. So it's $10, and tickets available at the W.A. Foster Recreation Center and at
Herman Park
and at
Recreation
Herman
Center.
Park Recreation Center.
And we're very serious when we encourage people to buy them now.
Get them now, because it'll
it's,
sell out.
Sold out the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So if anyone has a question, do they call your office? They call you?
Yep, they can call the main office at 919-739-7480, and that'll take you directly to Herman Park Center, or you can call W.A. Foster Center as well, 919-734-4164. Anybody at those two lines can give you all the information you need. Once again, you can buy tickets there. Those are $10, and that's for the father, and the daughter has to have a ticket as well, so that's $10 per ticket.
$10 each.
Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent, and they're guaranteed to have a good time.
Always.
That's fantastic.
Even the staff has a great time.
I'll bet. Now, let me throw this in just because I don't know things. Can a father bring more than one daughter?
Yes, sir. You can bring as many as you need.
As many as you need.
As many as you need.
So if a guy's got 20 kids, he can bring them all.
Absolutely.
More than welcome.
And if a father doesn't have a daughter, can he ask
Nieces.
a niece, a neighbor? Or?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Definitely. We see that all the time, and that's something that we highly encourage.
I'm sure
it is the daddy-daughter dance, but at the same time, you know, there's a lot of people in the community who are fathers more than just to their daughters.
Yes.
So we welcome that as well.
Excellent. All right. That's February 10th.
Yes,
February
sir.
10th.
Get your tickets as soon as you possibly can. You have so many other things going on. Tell me about the wintergreen thing.
Well,
the tubing and skiing.
Tyler and I just got back the other day from our first wintergreen bus trip, and that's a skiing, tubing, or snowboarding experience. Really, you can package it any way you'd like.
Yeah.
We have it priced such that one price can get you everything you need, or if you have some gear, it scales the price back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we depart from Goldsboro around 5 a.m. What time did you guys get back? Around
10:30.
10:30.
10:30 p.m.
It's a long day, but wow.
It does, but it puts you on the mountain 9:30ish, and usually people are strapped into skis and boots and on the snow by 10.
Yeah.
And for your average southeast skier, 5-6 hours on the snow is
Plenty
more
of
than
time.
enough.
Plenty. Oh
More than
yeah.
enough.
Oh yeah.
I know getting out of bed the next day was challenging.
Interesting.
So
Challenging.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. I was like, why does my arm not work?
Yeah.
But a great time. This first trip was some spring skiing, is the way I would describe it. The
Spring
conditions
skiing, yeah.
were they were wet and they were a little sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
But what you get on a spring skiing day is no lift lines.
Right.
So when the conditions are ideal, which we hope they will be for the February and March trips, sometimes you can get into a lift line scenario.
Right.
But either way, if you're waiting in a lift line, you're probably having great conditions. If you're not waiting in a lift line, you're getting a lot more time on the slopes.
Now, what about your tubing?
Tubing is $25,
Mm-hmm.
and
I'll tell you, the prices are great for this trip. Amazing.
yes, sir. That's
Is it
kind of
60?
It's 60
60
lifts, rentals, transportation.
Wow.
If you have your own skis or your own snowboard, it's $40.
Wow.
And then if you want to do a tubing session, that's a 90-minute tubing session. That's $25.
$25.
Right.
That is, man, you can't find that anywhere else. Right. That's a great price in there. So, what kind of? How far do you go on your tube?
Your tube is usually probably 100 yards.
Really?
Yeah, and you go down a little slope, and it's very slopish. But last year we had majority of our people signed up for tubing.
Oh, did
and
they?
This year we saw an increase in skiers,
Good.
but we still had some tubers as well. So, but the tubing is probably 100 yards, and like I said, it's a 90-minute session.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, a lot of
You
fun.
put 3-4 tubes in a row.
Oh yeah, you
that
can
that
have
last person's their cheeks are gonna leave the snow. Let's put it that way.
Okay. All right. Well, that's great. And you've got 2 more trips.
Yes, sir.
Two more
First
trips.
Fridays in February and March.
Right, February the 3rd and March the 3rd.
Excellent. All right. All right. And again, 919-739 something.
7480.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 7480.
And for the ski trips, you can actually register online, and the links to that are off the city's Parks and Recreation website or off of our Facebook page. So if you just search Goldsboro Parks and Recreation on either social media or via the web, it'll get you right to the right place.
Too easy. That's
We're trying to make it that way,
Yeah,
putting it
you
up on
are.
a tee and let people hit it out of the park.
Wow. I like that. Good analogy. Okay, so we've got the father-daughter dance. We've got the scuba and teeing.
Exactly.
Something like that, anyway. And then beyond that, what else are you working on right now?
We're in spring sports mode. We've just wrapped up basketball sign-ups. If someone were to really come in this afternoon and we still had space available, we'd do what we could to get a kid on a team. But really, that has wound up. Now we're into adult sports sign-ups.
Yeah.
So our what we call our industrial or adult league basketball is open at the moment, and then
We've got for the spring. We've got soccer. Those sign-ups start in February.
Right.
They run through February 1st to the end of February. So you've got all the month of February to sign up for spring soccer, and that's for youth soccer. And then our adult basketball is going on right now. It's $400 per team. Right now we have 4 teams, and we play at W.A. Foster Recreation Center on Mondays and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. So we're really looking forward to those 2 programs coming up in the spring.
Wow.
what's on the non-traditional venue? I know we've got something coming up.
We've got dodgeball, and then we're going to do indoor soccer again,
Dodgeball.
and those will be at Greenwood as well.
Man, I used to love dodgeball.
Adult dodgeball is
That's
just
pretty
as you remembered it as a child,
That's a
only you're
workout.
taller.
That's
Correct.
A big word. Only taller.
Only
That's-
taller.
Yeah, that's
You might have to ice the arm down after
Oh, really?
after you play.
Yeah.
Yeah, stretching is recommended.
Okay. Wow, that is great. So you've got so many things going on, and all anyone has to do to find out exactly what's going on is to go to your Facebook site or the city's website,
Correct.
and that's Goldsboro Parks and Recreation.
Yes, sir.
All right. Gentlemen, Scott Barnard,
Wayne, thank you for
Thank
the
you so
opportunity to come
much.
speak to you and your audience.
Tyler Ham, thank you, buddy. I
Good to see
appreciate
you.
it. It's good to see you guys again. Thank you. And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us. A couple of things for you. First of all, the Peggy Seeger Senior Center today will have choir practice that begins at 9:45. They have Bible study at 10:30. Bridge group, line dancing, boogie boogie coming up
Line
at
dance on what time?
1 o'clock. Do you line dance? You don't line dance?
No.
I would have thought you line dance. I don't line dance either. I crooked dance. Okay? Because it's, you know, if you're doing a straight line, you're not crooked. Anyway, it's crafts coming up at 2 o'clock. You got your caregiver classes at 5:30. Bingo at 6 o'clock. Core and more. That's an exercise thing, isn't it? I bet you that's what that is, an exercise thing. At 6:15, learning exercise equipment at 7 o'clock, and that's all going on today at the Peggy M. Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street in Goldsboro. Okay?
A lot of fun.
Lot of fun. Today is the 23rd, right?
Yes.
Looky there. Today is National Pi Day. Now, we're not talking about your mathematic pi, which is 3.1416, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're talking about actually PIE. What's your favorite pie?
Chocolate.
That's your favorite?
Yes.
All right. Chocolate.
And homemade chocolate at that.
And only chocolate. You don't like any other pie?
Homemade
Oh,
chocolate.
homemade chocolate. I beg your pardon.
Maybe lemon.
You like
But
lemon pie? What is this about homemade? Yeah, okay. Homemade pie. Today is National Pie Day. Be a good day to have a big old slice of pie, wouldn't it? National Handwriting Day. Did you ever have your handwriting analyzed?
Sure.
Sure away now.
Sure.
Sure. Today is Snowplow Mailbox Hockey Day.
Would you like to explain that one?
Well, primarily in the northern states, because we don't have that big a problem around here, but primarily in the northern states, where the streets are sometimes a bit narrower, and sometimes the snowplows, when it snows, kind of get somewhat careless. Not that they do, but sometimes they may. And the mailboxes are close to the edge of the streets. Snowplows will be flying along, clearing the highways and doing their job, and every once in a while you see a mailbox go flying up in the air. And that's what it looks like. They've been hit with a hockey stick. You hockey puck. You ever heard of Don Rickles? Don Rickles is a funny man. And he did it. He became so popular by throwing insults at people because he was just so funny about it. You hockey puck. That was one of his favorite. No offense. One of his favorite lines. Okay, today is Belly Laugh Day.
No, it's not.
That's tomorrow, isn't it? Okay, we'll save that one. Pretend you didn't hear that. We'll save that one. What else is today? Is that it for
That's
today?
it.
That's it? Today's not very
That's
much
it.
of a day, is it? Well, I mean, it is Monday after all. Yeah.
It's Monday.
But the big thing is National Pie Day. Our trivia question. Here's our trivia question for today. Category is the movies. fellow by the name of David Prowse, P-R-O-W-S-E. I don't know if he was related to Juliet Prowse, but anyway, David Prowse. One of his movies that put him over the top and made him very famous, yet he is famous, played a character and had no idea until he went to see the movie on the night it opened at the big theater. He had no idea that they took his voice out and put in somebody else's voice. He became a star, but they did not use his voice. They took his voice out and used somebody else's voice. If I gave you any clues, you'd know immediately. What was the name of the character he played or the name of the movie? We go either way with that one. We'll have the answer for you coming up in the next segment of the program. That'll be next on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today we're joined by Corporal Jason Adams of the Goldsboro Police Department here to give us a Crime Stoppers report. Corporal, how you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Doing fine. Appreciate you coming by and talking to us.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's talk about the crime. What's going on?
So today what we're going to talk about is breaking and entering to a motor vehicle, and which resulted in a larceny of a firearm. This happened on January 16th, early in the morning, but around 2:30 a.m. However, we didn't get the call until a little bit later in the afternoon that day, once the homeowner found that his vehicle had been broken into and the gun was stolen. So it was over on 214 Holly Road. The victims, Cynthia and Donald Ballard, were asleep, and the dog started barking around 2:30 in the morning. Thinking the dog just needed to go out, they let the dog out. And once the dog was let outside, the dog started acting a little suspicious, run into a part of the fence and continuously barking and stuff. So later in the day, kind of concerned, he looked at his security cameras that he had and actually was able to identify a person that actually entered his yard. And at that point, they started looking through their vehicles and making sure there was no points of entry that where people had broken into maybe the house.
Right.
He located that someone had actually went into his wife's unsecured vehicle and removed a semi-automatic handgun.
So the vehicle was unlocked?
It was, and such. So, but they took a Ruger P90 .45 caliber handgun and such. And but they were able to actually give us some images, some still images from their video and stuff.
Yeah, I think we have a couple of those, right?
Yeah. And you can see the subject's wearing a very distinctive jacket with a large logo on the back. It's kind of hard to read what was on it and any images, but it does definitely stand out. And
all right, well, there you go.
it's kind of difficult to tell if the individual is a white male or Hispanic or a black male. But we can tell it's a male subject. Possibly may have known about this gap in the fence where he actually entered from, where you see him coming in from here. So he might be frequent in the area, maybe possibly lives in the area, or in that subdivision, or may have been.
Looks like someone could identify that jacket as well.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So we're just asking anybody with any information to contact the lead investigator, which is Investigator Warren, and she can be reached at 919-580-4214, or to call Crime Stoppers, where they can remain anonymous. We don't want to know who they are or anything. And if it leads to arrest, can receive a reward. And that number is 919-735-2255.
And that's a call or a text?
That is call or text. That's the number.
735-2255.
Yes, sir.
The car was unsecured. It was open. It was unlocked.
It was.
And there was a weapon inside, and that weapon is now in the hands of the thief.
Yes.
So if you have any idea about any information at all, no matter how big, how little,
correct,
call Crime Stoppers, 919-735-2255. Corporal Jason Adams, is this this is a felony?
Yeah, both are felonies. So breaking into a vehicle is a felony, and then larceny of the firearm is a felony. So it's two felonies.
Two felonies. Yeah.
So
so information leading to an arrest could present present an award.
Right. And if it's the same subject that's actually in possession of the weapon that actually did the motor vehicle break-in, it would be a third possession of a stolen firearm. So it could lead up to 3 felonies.
Up to 3.
If it's not the same person, that could be a single felony for the possession of a stolen firearm. You know, so.
All right. 919-735-2255. And with today's Crime Stoppers report, Corporal Jason Adams. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jason. Back on Wayne Goldsboro Television, this is the third segment, final segment of today's program. Today being Monday, the 23rd of January. The month's almost over.
Yes, it is.
Groundhog Day next week, next Tuesday, no, Wednesday, I guess. No, 1, 2, 3.
Thursday.
Thursday, that's what I meant to say. I knew that. I knew it was Thursday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Not on Friday, I know that. Anyway, coming up, I don't like that. Here's the teeing and scoobing.
Skiing and tubing Fridays.
Yeah, that too.
Goldsboro Parks and Recs is holding the Skiing and Tubing Fridays at Wintergreen Resort. The next one is February the 3rd. And they leave at 5 a.m., return at 10 p.m. Skiing is $60, tubing is $25. And you can contact Parks and Recs at 919-739-7449.
919-739-7449.
That's it.
All right.
And if you miss February the 3rd, you have one more chance on March 3rd.
Okay. Those are
Fridays.
The first Friday of each month.
Skiing and tubing Fridays.
That's right. What is that right there? What is that right there?
What is what right?
That's right here.
That's nothing.
Oh, so that doesn't count?
That doesn't count.
Wow.
You have it right here.
Oh, this is it right here. I have it all right here.
Somewhere.
Well, why would I look over there for something else that I don't need?
do not know.
I do not know either.
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
What am I looking for here?
Don't forget Daddy Daughter Dance is February the 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Goldsboro Event Center. You can get tickets at Herman Park Center and the W.A. Foster Center. Their tickets are limited, so
Limited?
they're limited.
Wow, the limited edition.
So call now at 919-739-7480 or 919-734-4164.
So that's the Parks and Recreation and the W.A. Foster Rec Center.
Well, your tickets are at Herman Park.
I'm sorry. I said Parks and Recreation. That's Herman Park Center.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's just Parks and Recreation. I didn't say anything.
Have you found what you're looking?
I'm just looking. Am I supposed to be looking for something? Let's give the trivia question answer to the trivia question answer.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's the answer to today's trivia question. The category was movies, the movies. A fellow by the name of David Prowse played a character in a movie some years ago and became very famous. Well, actually his character became very, very famous. Still, people don't know who David Prowse is. Anyway, when the movie played in the theaters, he went to see the movie played in the theater and was really totally surprised and shocked to find that his voice had been taken away from the character and was dubbed in by somebody else. The nerve of some people. Now, how did that happen and why did that happen? Well, it seems that David Prowse played the character Darth Vader in the movie Star Wars. Anyway, they didn't like David Prowse's voice, and they took his voice out and put James Earl Jones's voice in, and the rest is movie history. And he didn't like that very much. He was pretty upset about it. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. January 23rd, 2017. You ever heard of Walter Cronkite? That's the way it is. And we're going to do this again tomorrow. We'll be back on tomorrow because tomorrow's the only Tuesday this week. I'm not kidding. Am I kidding? I'm not kidding.
Mentioned the detention center.
Last Friday, you made a trip. You and Bria went to our new Carrie A. Winders Detention Center
Yes.
and covered the ribbon cutting out there.
That is right.
How was that attended?
It was well attended. A lot of local and surrounding area law enforcement officers, the dignitaries were there.
Commissioners were there?
Commissioners, the family of Carrie A. Winders.
And I would have to guess that Carrie's family took part in the ribbon cutting itself.
Yes, the commissioners and Larry Pierce and Teresa Winders and the 3 daughters were in the ribbon cutting.
The speakers, I guess, who were the speakers there?
Chairman Bill Pate.
Board of Commissioner Chairman Bill Payne.
Yes.
Okay.
John Bell, Commissioner John Bell.
Right.
And Larry Pierce, Sheriff Larry Pierce.
Sheriff Pierce. All right. Well, we're going to be running that on the program this week. So, and actually outside the program as well. So keep an eye open for that ribbon cutting ceremony. All right. That's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for being with us, and we'll be back tomorrow in here about 7 o'clock. Because as I said, there's only one Tuesday in the week, and we got to cover that one. Can we cover that one? We're going to cover that one tomorrow.
Yes.
Cover that one tomorrow.
Until then,
So until then,
here's Wayne Alley.
no, wait a minute. Until then, so So until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
This is Wayne Goldsboro Television.